Good afternoon, guys. So today I'm going to stray away from the Money Pit series for this one video to talk something that I would say is an epidemic in Kenya. And I would call it an epidemic because so many people are crying over this. And I actually think this is the worst mistake a car owner can make in Kenya. So here goes. And I'm going to use a true example. I'm just going to change this guy's name for confidentiality reasons. He gave me all the statements and everything for this story. Now, imagine you need some money and you want to take a loan. But then if you check the TV, if you check YouTube ads, if you check the ads that are popping up on your Facebook, on your Instagram, you'll usually see ads like get a logbook loan within 24 hours. There's all kinds of flowery language to entice you to give up your car's logbook and get some money. Now, in this instance, I would call this guy Jugush. Jugush is my friend. Jugush had bought a piece of land and he was short with about 160,000. So the guy who sold Jugush the land was now telling him, you know, you've not finished the balance on this land, and I know someone else who's interested, and this person has the entire amount up front. So please, pay me now, or I'll just give this land to the other guy, and then we can talk later about how I'll refund your money. Now, Jugush panicked. He needed 160K urgently. He didn't want to lose this land. So what did Jugush do? Just the way he'd seen on those adverts, on billboards when you drive along the road, those billboards, he approached one of the financial credit lenders. He gave them his car logbook, and he asked for 170,000 Kenya shillings loan. And I have all the info here. So Jugush applied for a loan on 29th of 07/2010. 07 ni mwezi gani? August. No, it's July. On 29th 7th 2020, he asked for a loan of 170,000. On that same day, he got the money. He was given a loan of 170,000, but first they deducted 20,400 as the first interest on that loan for that month. So they literally deduct interest of that loan from you immediately for that month. So the amount of money that hit Jugush account was 149,600. From 170, he got 149,600. On 29th of 08/2020, he was charged an interest of 22,848. The outstanding amount on his loan right now was 213,248 Kenya shillings. On 12th of 09/2020, Jugush paid 50,000 towards repaying his loan. His loan balance was reduced to 163,248. On that same month, despite him paying on the 12th, on 29th of that same month, which is the day he's supposed to make his monthly installment, he was charged an interest of 19,589.75 cents. His outstanding debt was now at 182,837.76 cents. let me pause for a minute. You see, Jugush has paid 50,000 Kenya shillings already. But even after paying 50,000, his debt did not go down. It went up to 182,837 Kenya shillings. Now, if you've done a bit on accounting and interest rates, you'd know that what is happening here is blunted theft. What is actually happening between 29/07/2020 to 29/09/2020, that is 2 months, has been blunted theft. There is no way any bank would have such an interest rate on any loan. At this point, Jugush started receiving threats from auctioneers that they were coming to pick up his car. So on 14th of 10th 2020, he paid 30,000 to keep the auctioneers at bay. He was left with a balance of 152,837 Kenya shillings. On 29th 10th 2020, still of that same month, he was charged interest of 18,340. On 29th of the next month, he had not paid. He charged interest of 20,541. His outstanding amount at this point was 191,719,000. Auctioneers came to him. They found his car. They'd installed a tracker on his car. But because he did not want to lose his car, this is the car he uses for his work. He does construction, and this was the car he uses. He bribed the auctioneers with 18,000, and this bribe was so that the auctioneers can go back and report that they were not able to get a hold of him. So he bribed them with 18,000. He then proceeded to take his car to Dagoretti Corner, where he had some wiring mechanics search for the tracker that the credit company had installed. They found the tracker. They then disabled the tracker. But then the credit company knew where he was living. It knew what sort of work he does. So those guys have investigators, and usually disabling your car's tracker does very little to dissuade them from looking for you. We go on. Now this was on December of 2020 on date 12th. I think this should be Jamhuri Day. He paid 10,000 towards his loan. His outstanding balance came down to 181,719,000. On 29th of December 2020, he was charged interest of 21,806. On January 29th, 2021, now last year, he was charged interest of 24,423. His outstanding balance was 227,949. Jugush, after knowing that he had defaulted for 2 months, these guys were always on his neck trying to find him. He moved from where he was living, that is in Gumba. He relocated from Gumba to another estate, so that because they used to come and look for him at his residence. Now, the credit company hired investigators who started tracking down his whereabouts using his phone. They still caught up to him. When they caught up to him, now this was on 17th February 2021, he paid 20,000 as penalty for evading the auctioneers, and then still charged interest of 25,868 for defaulting. I don't want to read this whole statement. It's a very long statement. Let me jump straight to the end. The total amount that Jugush paid for a loan of 170,000 was, drum roll, Jugush paid this is 619,711 Kenyan shillings. That is close to 620,000 for a loan of 170,000, which he actually got 149,600. If I do the math, this means Jugush lost 470,111 Kenya shillings.